Hello everyone, welcome back to Endzone. We're right before a drought in the 95th season, and there's a bit of a birth control issue. We've put the birth control back into effect because it was getting a little out of control. Okay, it's just like, okay, here, I don't know if I'm ready for like 120 people, so let's put this back in. Calm it down, and I've loaded up and maxed out every food resource. I'll accept the farmers, but I've maxed out most of the food, the other food resources, I suppose. I've also maxed out water gathering for a little bit because I thought it was kind of necessary since we had a lot of rain happening and there's a drought coming up. And then there's also rainless seasons after that drought too, so need to get a lot of water. However, good news, everyone! Our research for the refinery has completed. I don't know why it wasn't showing me the resource gathering, but as soon as all the resources were gathered, it went ahead and did its thing pretty quickly. So let's talk about this refinery, huh? This is like more effective than like 6 recyclers, and it does everything all at once at the same time, and you just have everybody staffed here. It's a very large building. However, I've saved a little bit of room for this building right over here next to the storeroom, right there. So we're going to pop that in place. It's very expensive to build it. It's also very expensive to power it. It takes 500 power. So if you wanted to have a dedicated power source for it, you're going to need 2 wind turbines just for it. This is 100 though. So what I plan to do is put 2 wind turbines. But it's gonna support this and this, so I can get both of them since that will be 600 power. So let's take a look at that. And wind turbine way back in the back here, does that get 100%? As absurd as it is, yes, it appears like it does. So we're gonna put one there, and then we just need 100% on the other side, and it'll get it right there. So these 2 wind turbines are dedicated to these 2 resources. Scrap collection is going to be very important, but this is very important too. And then once we get to 3 knowledge, we can start looking into... Oh, where'd you go? There. Start looking into solar collector. But we're going to want a battery too, because, I mean, that's a lot of power on the solar collector. But it kind of, you know... Oh, hey, what's up? It's only on during the day, right? We need 1 more plastic delivered to that house. We actually have some homeless people now, so let's look at that. And then this forester's lodge is almost done, but now I don't think I need it, so we're gonna pause it because we're actually doing all right. I mean, once you staff people at these buildings, they kind of start to do okay. So as soon as that house is built, we're gonna have all available resources pushed right to here. And that means we're going to need 12 metal, which I have stored up. That's good. We're going to need 148 scrap, which is easy. We're going to need 82 wood, which is now easy. And that's kind of it. This will get built. And then what we'll do is we'll take these 2 buildings, shut them off. This building... Oh, hang on. Hang on. Okay, so the recycler is currently connected to the grid. I'm wondering which buildings are being shut off then, because there's... Yeah, there's a negative on this. So why don't we deactivate... I want to deactivate cloth. Switch you to metal, and you are going to go off, and then you're not on this anyway. So I got each of these doing 1 resource. But rather than doing that, we're just going to have a whole bunch of people in here doing all resources. And then we'll have tons of stuff. Now, I also need more food. Food, as you know, is a very important resource for survival. And I'm thinking, like, where are we going to do? Probably more hunting. So, if I was to get a hunter's lodge set up, there's a whole bunch of animals out this way. And I can actually get the hunter's lodge connected right here. Actually, I'm going to do this. Right next to this. Maybe just a little bit further away, but like right here. And then we're not going to power it unless we have access on the grid. But I think I'm going to put it right here. Kind of stick it out that way. So as soon as this is done, then we'll prioritize that being done. That will increase our ability to have food, or more food. I also think because of our water situation, the fact that our rainwater collectors are starting to get empty, we might want to consider more of those. And we're also, I need to disconnect some things. The tailor is still connected too. You know, we need the protective clothing, so I'm apt to keep that on. Why don't we take the well off of power? I've got both wells connected to power now. I've ran power lines here and here to connect those up. There's also a pole here, and that's why a lot of these buildings are connected. They're not supposed to be. So now we're good. We're not overusing our electricity now. Metal production is being slightly accelerated, and the fishing huts are no longer connected to power. And now we got a 150 surplus on the grid. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Yeah, let's get the cloth turned back on then. You take 100, so now we have 50 back on the grid. Okay, it's because I turned the wells off. Okay, so now all that's left is getting this building constructed. This is like the most important thing. It's gonna speed up so much. Like, you have no idea if you've never seen this game before. This building is a miracle worker, okay? And in the previous versions of the game, before the research system, if you choose to start a game with Legacy, for example, this building was available to you right away. It takes a lot of resources to make it, so you would need recyclers to, you know, get the resources required to build this building. But once you built this building, it was like GG on your problems as far as, you know, cloth, metal, plastic, and electronics go. You could just build, like, it does everything so much faster. You need a lot of people to staff it, though, so keep that in mind too. I don't actually know how they've rebalanced it, because I know they've done a lot of rebalancing, and, you know, buildings don't produce as much as they used to. Some buildings produce more than they used to. I'm definitely noticing that with certain things. So yeah, we also have this on high irrigation, so we should be seeing this. Yeah, this is moist land here, and during a drought it's moist land. When it's not a drought, it should shift to being wet land. We're using a lot of water for that. So like you can see, my water is dropping rapidly right now. And 3 rainless seasons. Okay, that's gone. Goodbye. 3 rainless seasons. Everyone's on water collection. And I think... yeah, 3 rainless seasons. Wow. That sucks. We need the wells and stuff to be connected to power. All right, here comes 1 rainy season, which is part of their new balancing, is required that after a drought, you get 1 rainy season. Because imagine that situation right there, and then all of a sudden, rainless, 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 rainless. That was happening in the other version. And it was like, dude, I just had a huge drought, and you're not giving me rain for an entire, like, 4 or 5 seasons. It was like, this is killer. So you needed to store so much water. And now they'll at least give you 1 rainy season. It may be heavily contaminated. In this case, it's light contamination. But, you know, they'll at least give you 1. And we are getting a lot of homeless people now. You know, I think I need another shelter. And I might put it right here next to the other shelter. Yeah. I think I'm going to stick it right here. And then just to make these guys a little happier. I never find what I'm looking for. We're going to pop one of these dragons. Come on. They're good. They're awesome. They're really cool. Really cool, man. Pop one of those dragons down there. But our housing centers are full now. And we're getting some sick people and stuff too. That's happening. I also want to work towards advanced school. So advanced school is interesting because not only does it teach them all the subjects at the same time, which is what I was hoping the school would do. Now I know. But it does so much faster. So you can you can teach more kids, fully educate them on all subjects at the same time, and you do it faster. It is literally an advanced version of the school. So I'm looking at getting that too. It takes 1 knowledge to research that. The only reason I haven't yet is because I still want the solar panels so I can get everything powered, because powered production is massive. A really big help. All right, all we need now is to gather the scrap, guys. Let's go. We only have 6 settlers at the moment. And, you know, I could pull some people off of farming. I could. I don't want anybody off of... Actually, yeah, forestry needs to stay up. And, you know, let's go ahead and get that building built. This is so close to being done. Let's just tell them to build this next. Like, it's basically just needs built. Nothing delivered. Just build it. And then we'll have double the water, or double the wood, right? Takes a while to get over there, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So change field of work. We're gonna have you work over here, and I want you cutting trees down and planting them. I don't want you to get in the way of the herbalist or the gathering. Cut trees down, plant them, all that stuff. We should be making a killing on wood. I'm actually going to up the storage limit on wood because we're going to be making a lot of charcoal here in a second. So let's go 1,200 as a resource limit there. And I'm thinking probably want to have metal tools are 80, scrap tools 100. We need more tool production and stuff too. All of that stuff is significantly easier to do as soon as this building is running, and it is so close to running. Get it on. Boom. Oh, it's up and running like it's so beautiful. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull most of our settlers into this building. Okay. There's gonna be 10 people working here now. This is creating cloth, metal, plastic, and electronics. We have various different production limits and what it's currently producing out of its limit. So this is our current resource of what we're gonna be making, right? And once we power it, it's gonna make it even faster. So this building is going to replace these buildings. I don't even need people working here. We can cut these down. You don't need to be here anymore. We will turn these on only if we need a certain thing, a little bit more than others. But now your job is going right here. And we have lots of scrap stored in these temporary storehouses. Well, at least we should. Maybe most of the scrap is being stored over here. My city center. I don't even know where the hell the thing is. Town center, here it is. Looks like a lot of the scrap is being stored in here. And we do also want to get this hooked up to power to receive radio transmissions. I don't know what those are. There's 300 power consumption, so they're pretty expensive. But radio transmissions sound pretty sick. So, yeah, we want to do that too. But this building, right, it's look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Watch these numbers climb like you've never seen so far in this playthrough. This building is ridiculous. I love it. I love it so much. I'm so glad we have that now. So our building issues, advanced, plastic, metal, electronics, cloth, that stuff is, we're fine now, okay? That stuff is fine now. Because we're gonna be going through this scrap super fast. And that's good because we're also gonna be collecting scrap super fast. So why don't we get all this stuff started? Let's go. Get the scrap. Move it. And I think, yeah, water is kind of returned. Water has kind of been restored to the 10K mark. We have no kids now because of that decree. And the decree is no longer in effect. So they should be having babies now. I'm hoping. Please, people, get it on. I don't want homeless people, though, so let's make sure this is built next, actually. Make sure the shelter is things. And again, we should not worry about any of that stuff. Many of our settlers are getting older and older, Chief. A lot of them think the time has come to provide for offspring so that our settlement doesn't go under due to overaging. We ask you to provide us with dwellings in order to have children. All right, I need another couple of dwellings. Now, the attractiveness of these houses. This one right here, this particular house, I think is being adversely affected by this. Because this has a big negative towards people's happiness in homes and stuff. So I didn't want the homes to be too close, and it looks like that one is, but this one is fine. Because there's a negative, I think there's supposed to be a -8. You know what it might be? It might be that this one's just a little bit too far away from this. If I take a look at happiness, I'm wondering, I should probably expand this direction, but I want the power as well, but probably should expand this direction for housing. So I could do that. I think before we get to doing that, though, I want to make sure we have even more rainwater collectors. I never want to run out of rainwater. And this is the game just giving you free water. Like, you should not be ignoring this. Boom and boom. I think we'll go even one more. Screw it. One more. All right. So let's make sure that they prioritize these. So I'm not gonna tell them to prioritize the build, but I am going to pause the others until they're done with one, and then unpause them one at a time so that they get them done really quickly. But if I can make a little bit more a few more cabins. They want cabins. I'm gonna give them sturdy houses. We'll just upgrade them later. These are easier to build for the objective. So let's... Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and have house here, house here, flip it over. Oh, there's not enough space there. Lame. All right, we'll go another house on this side then. It just wants me to have... Actually, that's enough. It just wants me to have that. All right, we need more builders. I got 4 builders. We can... let's do a slight reduction on water carriers for now. Well, we don't need the herbalists, right? Yeah, the herbalists are maxed out anyway. We'll just have 1. And, you know, we have 2 knowledge points. We're making that okay, and we're powered. I'm going to bring this down to 2 so that we can have a couple more builders. We're building a lot of projects, so I want to have more builders in place. How we doing over here, refinery? You gorgeous building, you. Oh, it's just so... I can't wait till it's powered. Like, we're going to need more scrap collectors. We're going to blow through the scrap so fast. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want it powered, but I want to also take care of the homeless problem right now. So hopefully they build this first. That will at least provide the temporary housing. And then this stuff can start getting built as well. Come on, bring the cloth over here. And then also the roads aren't built either. But I think don't settlers build roads, or just builders? Do builders walk over and build roads? I don't remember how that works. In any case, this building's done. Nobody's homeless. And now let's build the 2 cabins. And then once the 2 cabins are done, we can then start on the rainwater collectors again. I find it actually quite interesting that the rainwater collectors don't have any negatives to, you know, their the attractiveness of where you live. I don't think I'd want to live right next to a rainwater collector, or a high traffic area where people are moving around for water. You know. Look at this, dude. Look at this. This is a potential issue. Pause this real quick. I need everyone on water carrier right now. And you know what? I kind of need more water carriers. Why don't we upgrade this cistern? I need more. Look at this. So we're already at a deficit for water. We're down to 7,600. But we have no rain this season. We have no rain next season, or after that, or after that, or after that, and then there's a drought. It's about to get real dry up in here. And you know, like, thankfully I don't need the irrigator running. Even if the farms don't do that well, we've got hunting going on, we got gathering going on, and there's an awful lot of food. We're fine on food, but it's my two principal problems right now are protective equipment and water. And for that, we're gonna need more tailors. We're gonna have a lot of cloth now, so we're gonna need another tailor. And I think I want to put it over here actually, so it's closer to this building. So why don't we just grab a tailor shop and we'll pop it right here next to this. Yeah, because we need more PPE, like, really bad. And I think we'll have you build this next so that they can stop pestering me. Yeah, it's a confidence mission. And of course, we build confidence, we'll have more babies. We're already having more babies just because the decree has ended. But our population is going to drop now because, you know, people are getting old. I eliminated, you know, kids from the equation for a while. Oh my gosh, we're losing people like crazy right now. Thanks a lot, Chief. You're welcome. I want this built next. Or this. Oh, this is already up. Oh, cool. Build this now. Build this now. And then I want to get electric power pole put in. It's going to go right here to connect all of these things together. And that will power both of these two buildings indefinitely with a constant stream of power on their own loop. So we won't even need to worry about yeah, I mean, we won't need to worry about like power surges or whatever. Like, I don't know what there is, but I'm gonna keep these two things on their own separate loop so that we always have scrap collection coming in more efficiently. And so this building is powered, baby. There's a negative to the energy here, and I don't know what that does to the logistics of this building. So it looks like the efficiency has not gone up because it doesn't have all of the power it requires. So that's why this building needs to be done, and this building needs to be done. And now we have hunters. Very cool. Let's have you guys, I don't know, yeah, hunt this area here. Get out there and do the thing. How's our mortician going? What an awful job to have as a mortician right now, with an aging population and stuff. Ugh. That's gotta suck. I'm sorry that you have to do that. Yeah, we need that other. Actually, you know what? I should probably have this tailor shop go up first. Yeah, I should have this tailor shop go up first. Because, like, as much as I want this up and running and have this powered, this is the big deal. People without protective clothing. Because right now, everybody's getting sick, right? We don't want that. We don't want that. I need the population nice and healthy. Now we have 3 knowledge points, so let's take a look and see what we might want to research. I'm not going to start it yet until that. I'm not going to start the research yet until this building is built, because otherwise they're going to bring resources to it. So I want this building built first so that we can get started on more PPE. But after that, I'm considering possibly scrap catcher. Just awesome. The other thing I'm considering, we don't have a food problem right now, but the kitchen would let us make more use of our food, and therefore I need less people on food, so I can put more people on water. So the kitchen will help us with water in the fact that I don't need as many people on food. And then is this getting upgraded? I don't remember. I did tell them to upgrade this. Yeah. All they need to do is do it. All right, just build this really quick. You don't have to deliver any resources to it, so just build it. And then once this is a water tower, we might be able to hook it up to power. It'll be way faster at processing water. But our rain catchers are just super empty now. So I'm really hoping we have lots of rain after this, because this is a huge dry period. You know? I'm gonna allow them to construct that if they want to. All right, here we go. So the cistern is becoming a water tower. And we're gonna flip this coal. We're gonna flip the coal active. We're gonna need to process more coal too. Maybe that's where we go from here. Because processing coal, making sure the water is clean, with 2 water towers, that's gonna be much harder with just a single charcoal kiln. Not if I power it though. Actually, not if I power it. How much power does this stuff take? Because this is already here. It's not even connected to the grid. We just built it and left it. So the intention was to power this building. But I think right now, all I really want powered is the charcoal kiln. So I think we could probably get away with just having a pole here. Yeah. Why don't we just do a pole like this for now? That will at least connect this building. And I guess it connects the gatherer's hut too, but I can turn that off. There's no reason to turn it off really, since I won't have I'm going to have a surplus anyway. And then the shelter cannot be hooked up to power, which I didn't know. I didn't know that. Because houses can. You can power houses, and that makes them a lot more comfortable. But as you can see by our birth rate, we don't need people more comfortable. They're fine as is. Thanks. Our mortician died. Dang it. Our mortician died. It always feels so bad when the mortician dies. Because there's no one there to get him. You know? He's just like the forgotten mortician. All right, here we go. Now, wait a minute. Okay, you not powered. Are you good now? You're good now. Yes! Here it is, baby! Oh, this is so good. Get ready for a wave. I mean, we're gonna need more scrap collection. Let's take a couple people off of forestry and make them tailors. Yeah. Yeah, and... Yep. Okay, so... Whew! I am sure that this is going to change the game for us. But I need well. I need a well. You know, that might be another issue. People who work over here, they have to walk all the way over here to get water. We should put a well this way. Put a well on this side so that we can collect the water there. Yeah. Let's put some wells on this side. 100% efficiency. We can put it right next to scrap here. Give these guys a place to drink, you know? And maybe even another one on this side here. That would help out a lot, I think, with water. And then if we use the cistern, and the cistern is capable of, like, just grabbing things on the well, then, you know, we could have a whole new water setup right here. Which I think is probably a good idea considering the distance from the other water setup. So I'm going to put a cistern right here too. And then these 2 wells will, you know, get water for us. We're going to need the cistern up to collect the water. But this way, the people who work here, and there's a lot of them, they don't have to spend like half their time walking all the way over here to get a drink, right? Or, I mean, they are going to get it in their house too, but I think it's a good idea also, if we're going to be expanding this direction, and I think we definitely will be because there's water here, we're going to want like new homes. So we're going to want a whole new water setup too. And having one in the middle here and one over by the water here, I think that's going to be a really important thing. I think it's going to be a really good idea. So I'm going to do that too. I don't know if these are the best places for it, but I don't know. I guess I kind of don't care. I'm gonna leave it there. And then now that we have the tailors up and running, I'm hoping that we catch up on PPE. But I don't know that. We might need even more Might need even another one. I think we do. Let's switch the... Since you're making way too much metal at the moment. Oh, you're going to hit your production limit anyway. And the really cool thing is, when you hit your production limit of a certain supply, you stop making that supply and you focus your labor into the other elements, right? Yeah, they're making 10 of them now, right? So you just start focusing the other things automatically. So as soon as we hit the cap, we make everything else faster. It's glorious. It's just so good. We need another tailor. And honestly, where the heck is it? I can never figure out where it is. Tailor. I'm gonna put another tailor right here. And I think honestly, what we'll probably end up doing here is switching to making tier 3. We'll just make all tier 3 stuff now. I'm hoping to have enough room to put something there. I think I do. Yeah, right there. And then maybe even 3 tailors. I'm okay with 3 tailors, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm okay with the extra tailors. Well, wait. Maybe we won't need it because we'll probably get caught up here in a second. There's the autosave. We'll probably get caught up in a second because we're making 4 at a time here. We're making 4 at a time here. If I switch this to plastic, we should switch this to plastic. And then I think once you're done with this mask, I'm gonna let you keep making masks. The other one's gonna make the radiation suits. Or should it be the other way around? I think it should be the other way around. This one's got really close access to the plastic. I think it'll be the other way around. We're gonna have you make the radiation suits. And then as soon as this is built, we'll have this, doing it too. And then there are radiation suits for everybody. Because look at the supplies we have. 104 electronics, 64 plastic now, 106 metal, 52 cloth, and we're still at 100 scrap. It's just so powerful. And I don't think we can support the output of coal. That we're needing so much coal now. I don't think we could support that the way we are. So the next research we do is going to be to address that before it gets out of hand. We're going to do coal mining. That only takes 1 knowledge point too. So let's get that started now. And then they'll deliver the resources that are necessary for that, which is just 126 scrap and 12 metal. Which before I would have said, dang, 12 metal. But now I'm saying, you can have it. This is good. Please don't be a sandstorm, though. I don't really want to have people... I don't want to need people to, go repair things. And then also the roads need to be built, too. We're almost there. A lot of the roads are being built. Logistics. Let's put this on a road now, too. There's no roads anywhere here. Right? Am I just seeing things? No, I don't think there's any roads here. We should definitely have roads here. Speeds up all the movement, you know? Go that way, and then whenever we make our next house, we'll put it there. We're gonna have a rainy season. We have a couple rainy seasons coming up. Let's make sure that we are also constructing. Let's just have both of those on. Fine. So apparently you are full. Storage capacity is full here. Wow. But you're not full at all. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Well, at least now, though, we're going to be filtering this without needing to move it over here to filter it. There's a sandstorm. Like, every single drought now is going to have a massive sandstorm. Look at this. 41 kids now sucking down the water. We got to have another source of water collection. These 2 wells are going to hopefully get us there. Yep. We want somebody's staff there for sure. These 2 wells are going to hopefully get us there. The cistern needs to be next. Actually, this is going to be a cistern, but we're going to upgrade it as soon as possible. And then I think we really need to consider expanding this way so we can tap into this water once it's back, of course. I mean, obviously it's a drought now, but we need to get access to this water too. And I'm thinking solar might even go over here. We can put solar on both sides. I've cleared this area of trees, notice. Forester's Lodge has cleared this area of trees, so I don't have to worry about like ruining the trees when I lay the solar panels in here. So now I'm gonna just have you keep doing this and cut down and replant. And then you're cutting down and replanting over here as well. So cistern needs to be built, and then we're good to go. Coal is now done. What does this look like? There was no such thing as a coal mine before. I have no idea what it does. Oh, you know what? We don't have the weather station. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. This game. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get the coal put in, because you see we're out. So I'm going to get the coal put in, wherever that is, probably in resources. I see the kiln. I don't see the mine. Oh, there it is. Miner. -10 to local attractiveness. Now, where does this have to be? Just anywhere, or it has to be up against a mountain, right? That's the reason for the mountains being so close to us, I think. Isn't that how it goes? Maybe we'll put it here. I like this. I like this location very much. Is this where I can put it? Yep. Right into the mountain, baby. That's so good. But you know what? These guys are the ones that need the charcoal. So actually, I like this. I'm going to keep it there. But now I'm considering putting it right here. I was going to make this more farmland, though. You know what? It's going to be fine. It's a good replacement, at least, for what we have. And I don't know of anything else I really could have done here that would have made a difference to us. So I'm really pumped about that, going into the mountain like that. That's cool. And then we have water collection. Yep, good. Put people on the wells. Excellent. All right, so we're going to start collecting water this way. We're still at a deficit. I need to address that. But in the next video, assuming our PPE problem is under control, which I believe it will be. I just need enough people on the job. There we go. I believe our protective gear problem will get solved on its own now, based on the settings we have. With charcoal increasing, so that we can actually make things. This is a lot of stuff to commit to it. But if this gets done, and we have 4 builders, let's make 5. We can start getting people in on mining. Instead of the charcoal burner is still like, we're going to keep that operational for a while. But as soon as this is up, I'm moving these 3 people over here to mine. And it's way more efficient and does it way faster. But in the next video, I want to make a weather station. I never even know where it is. I want to make a weather station, and I want to make the expedition station. Because it's time to go on expeditions. And these are really cool. And I miss them. I do. I genuinely miss them. I want to go and do it. So we're going to do that in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It means a great deal to me. If you could, if you give it a like, if you like the video, that would be helpful. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out anything else going on in the channel. In the meantime, I know uploads are slowing down. Out of my control. Hopefully, this whole COVID mess and the people in my state will start wising up, wearing masks, and we can finally go back to normal. And I'm hoping that you guys are out there staying safe too. The quicker and the more of us that wear masks, the less time we're going to have to wear them. Thank you for watching. We'll see you. Bye.